As you can see in this slide, it is not limited to a particular part of the society. Even you see customer is part of supply chain, retailer is part of supply chain, and even the raw material producer, for example, the farmer is part of the supply chain, and also the factory is part of the supply chain. So you see how much our life is dependent on the concept of supply chain management. And so, for example, when you consider uh, something to get to the customer without problem and smoothly, it is not only dependent on the good uh, supply chain between customer and retailer, because although here everything is good, but here everything is good, but if something happen here, so the supplier cannot give anything to the factory cannot give to the decision, and customer would not get what it wants. So it's a very interesting and engineering field. So companies always try to make sure the supply chain on this side, upper side, and this side, downside, are secured and reliable. Okay, I just want to give you the idea. Now, when they say that death of such a thing because of technology, what does it mean? Let's discuss it together. Here we have the summary of article where we will get a better understanding of the ideas in the article. I have selected for you 4 bullets, and for the first bullet it says, as more and more supply chain functions become automated, traditional supply chain management is rapidly growing obsolete. So one point we notice that. So it is not about death of supply chain management. It is about, again, restructuring of these things, because as I showed you in the previous slide, it's not possible you remove or you deny the necessity of having this flow. And I remember I told these things also to the students about 4 or 5 years ago, when I wanted to assure them that they are fine. And as long as we are manufacturing and as long as we are buying, supply chain management is needed, that skill are needed. But the point is that it says that the shape of supply chain management is different, and mostly not about the nature of the functions, but about the way the function are being done, automated. So from these ones we get some points, and the other one, to stay ahead of the curve, companies must invest in digital tools. Remember, my friends, IT, that provide visibility into real-time supply chain data. So here, as the summary of the paper, it talks about that, okay, when we are reorganizing according to what the situation is imposing on us, all the things that we used to have, the functions are gonna stay, but the way they are being done are different. If in the traditional one, a supply chain manager used to do, for example, 10 functions, maybe in future only 2 of these functions are being done by human being intelligence, and the remaining 8 are gonna be automatic. But automatic, what is the way the decision making are gonna be done? Supply chain data, based on the data, and that is data analytics. When they said we need data to replace the way some functions are being done, it means it is data analytics. It means it is informatics, the way we discussed it together. So it says that the reconstruction of SCM to a new one is because informatics, these two things are combining together and we get new supply chain management. And in the new supply chain management, we don't have as many as people that we used to have here to do traditional supply chain managers. Are we gonna employ less people? Maybe not. Maybe in the new system, we are gonna even employ more people. But in the previous one, they were people who did operations, but now we have people who analyze data. Please pay attention to the difference. Are we gonna employ less people? No, maybe we employ more people. But the more people that we employ are not the operational people that used to be in the traditional supply chain. For example, to make the decision about invoices, to make the decision about tracks, to make the decision about inventory. Now, all those decisions being made with digital tools based on real-time data. So we need more data analyzers. And remember, I'm not talking about the things that you may think that, okay, Milad is data analytics instructor and he's talking about the thing. No, I'm just presenting a case study to you by 3 prominent people in their field in a credible journal. Okay, this means, pay attention here, my friends. This means shifting the focus of human employees from completing rote tasks. So in terms of rote task, the employment would be come down. This means shifting the focus of human employees from completing rote tasks, repetitive tasks, to analyzing data. I have copied and pasted it exactly from the paper, from analyzing data, your major. Why I'm talking about these things? Because we are talking about social informatics, the effects technology, information technology would have on the structure of organizations, businesses, culture. And we are talking the effect of informatics, information technology on SCM. In fact, you are seeing the change in the structure in terms of human resources. More data analyzers are needed, and developing more effective information flows. Why we need more information flows? Because when you are doing data analysis, as we have talked about the things, my friends, you need to get data to analyze it, to get information out of that. And as we have talked about all these things, I guess, on the first session, the informatics or data analytics is based on computational systems. It's based on databases, retrieval. So, as you can see here, it says developing more effective information flows. To tell you what does it mean effective information flows, just let's go to healthcare field. That how much it can help if a doctor gets blood pressure of a patient every 24 hours, or if he gets or she gets it every 1 hour. So you see, that's the meaning of effective information flow. because it's gonna help those digital tools to make better decisions. And at the last, it says, whether you like it or not, these changes are coming, and the companies who prepare today will be set up for success tomorrow. It says traditional supply chain management is not gonna work very soon. And remember, my friends, whenever we says data analytics, it means the minimum human being intervention. Human beings just guarantee the effective flow of information, the effective, flow of data, and the process of decision making, the process of creating insight is by the system. And when you are using data analytics, the decision making would be much easier if still a human being type of intelligence is needed for the decision making. But in many cases, when you are using data analytics, there is no need for a human being over there to make the decision making, especially when there is no risk of wrong decision. To give you an example, for example, when you open Amazon, when you are going to Amazon website to buy something and it starts recommending you something, it is data analytics. And in future, in the courses that you have at the level of 4, you will learn about the basics of those techniques. But over there, it is 100% a data analytics system, automated system. It is not like that there is a person over there who makes decision that at this time what they should recommend to you. Based on everything that they have, the system automatically do some recommendation to you. Are all of them good, correct, related? No, but it works. So remember, minimum intervention when you are using data analytics. In the traditional supply chain, who was the strongest one? Who was the person in charge? Human minds. Why now human minds cannot be as efficient as they used to be before? Because the scale of decision making, the frequency of decision making is out of human intelligence, human mind ability. For example, about Amazon, again, let me give you an example. How many customers per day go to Amazon and they need recommendation? Is it possible we do it by employing human beings over there who are working 24/7? Or for Netflix, the recommendation system, is it possible for a human being to be able, according to what he knows, what they know about the client, about the customer, recommend the movies? And what recommendation when we have millions of movies? So my friends, it's not the fact that it is some sort of a taste that we like it this way more. We have to move toward that way because it is not possible anymore with the complexity that supply chain networks has and different ways each one could be done. A human mind make the decision. Just consider a simple trip between two cities in the United States. If you want to consider all the points with your human mind, it would be overwhelming. Now consider when you are doing supply chain management and you need to consider every cost, every mile, everything in your decision making. It's not possible. So it's much better to just get the data, get the system, and let the system makes the best decision for us, or at least help us with the decision.